Hello everybody, and welcome to part 39 of Putting Out the Trash. I'm gonna be talking mostly about, I don't know, I haven't actually decided. Oh, really? It touched down, really? Okay. Well, that's gonna be hard to work around. But anyway, I guess I should start out by talking about last week, this week. Okay, so if you watched the last video, if you haven't seen the last video, I recommend that you watch it, because in the last video I talked about the social communication work role play that we had to do. And that would be a pretty big part about what I talk about in this video. So yeah. Okay, so it went well. If you guys remember, I had to do a role play with two other people about something I learned in social communications. We chose to do white lies and peer pressure. So yeah, overall it went okay. We had to get up there. We had to do our role play in front of everybody. You will not believe the amount of stuff I had to do though. For one, I was like the main writer of the script. And, I mostly did a lot of the writing, but I was also kind of like the team leader. I had to write two. I had to write two scripts. One for me and another of my partners, and then one for the other partner, because I'm gonna tell you their names, Davion and like Dalian or something. It's kind of funny how both of their names include D's. And my name was Daniel. We could have been the D team, but nope, my name is Matthew. So that did not end up happening. So yeah. Give me a minute. Sorry everybody. There was a minor interruption. And yeah, that was. My mom is getting the mail. And all that stuff. Okay. So me and Devin, we were right next to each other, because the whole point of the role play was that me and Damien were talking to each other, and then another character came in wearing a dirty jacket, and we had to tell a white lie about how it looked not bad. So yeah, me and him were right next to each other, so we just hold the same piece of paper. The other guy was obviously standing away from us, so he had to have a toffee. And I did not use a toffee or a printer. Every line was handwritten. So yeah, you can believe how tiring that was. Because it turned out my script ended up being 7 pages. the 7th page wasn't actually that long, but yeah, it ended up being 7 physical pages long. So yeah, that's what we had to read from. Overall, it got better as we kept doing it. I was kind of nervous about doing it, but once we got up there and we just started to actually read our lines, it got a lot better, Yeah. Okay. Other than that, there isn't much going on, but now you know how it went. Tomorrow is Monday, and it is going to be another weird schedule. So yeah, another weird schedule. It's gonna be a lot more block days. Probably something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until Friday, which is probably gonna be every period. So yeah, probably gonna be that kind of weird schedule. That Sean. Man, have I been hot today? I'm gonna tell you about my my video order. So, but the last 2 weeks, I have taken to recording videos. Well, I have taken to recording my SML reaction videos on Sunday. Not Sunday. Sunday and Saturday. So that way I could have one for the next week. So yeah, whenever you watch one of my videos on Wednesday, that video didn't actually get created on Wednesday. It was sent out there on Wednesday. So yeah, they're made earlier. I'm pretty sure I made that one on Saturday. But man, I do not producing these. And when I say that, I don't mean that I hate making them. I like recording. I like to record reactions. The part I don't like is the editing and the putting it all together. That part is annoying. Okay, so yeah. But my brother did help me clear some data on my device. So hopefully that helps a bit more. I'll have to check later though. I'm sorry I didn't make a Yato video yesterday. I had to do a lot of reaction videos to cover the next week. So yeah. I promise I am doing the Yato reaction for today. And it will come out. Probably later than this video though. I'll try to get it out today. The video probably didn't play choppy. I don't know what it is, but for the last couple Yato videos, whenever I record, I get all hot and sweaty. I don't know what that's about. Because I don't know what that is. Am I tired? So yeah, that's a question, isn't it? And so if I'm sweaty, it obviously means that like I'm gonna have to do something about that, you know? But yeah. Okay. So yeah. Currently the Yato video is currently divided into 3 parts. I think like 11 minutes long, and I have yet to record the last 11 minutes. So yeah, hopefully the latter half of the video is a lot better. Hey birdie. Okay. So yeah, hopefully the later half is not as bad as the first half. So yeah. Other than that, not a lot is happening. But man, what to talk about? Oh yeah, first period is like not my favorite anymore. Mostly because we've been having to get in the back, like, row. Like, not the back row, but like, okay, yo, how do I describe it? Yo, you have the door, right? And that did not end up anywhere. Yo, you have the door and, yo, I'm not gonna try to explain it. You know how hard that would be to do, like, by memory right now? Yo, maybe I'll put up a crappy, like, diagram of how the room looks, and I'll use that. I don't know. But anyway, okay. But not only that, it's just making your head like getting annoying. Like, I don't know, she tells everybody to mind their own business. Lorenzo called me autistic, and I don't get what's up with Lorenzo. Because early on, we used to play good friends, right? Like, I have 2 friends, I guess you would call them, like, 2 pretty good friends, and that would be Terry, with a capital T, and Lorenzo. And like, we weren't really close friends, but yeah, I had a pretty good, I had a positive relationship with them most of the time, but then, I don't know what it is, Lorenzo had kind of, gotten worse, and I'm not exactly sure, what happened, but, I don't know. I know it sounds stupid, but she's been saying Nanya a lot. And what is Nanya? It's none of your business. Nanya, none of your business. And I'm telling you, that is so annoying. Because I don't consider a lot of the questions I ask to be private or personal. Here's a good example. So, Lorenzo did his roleplay with some other classmates, right? He did his social communication roleplay with his classmates, and then I asked them a question. I asked, what was your roleplay about? Because I told you how mine was about white lies and peer pressure. I asked them, what was the subject of your roleplay. And he answered, Nunya. Which, I don't know why he did that. Because, why? Why can't you give me the answer to that? And, like, why? All day, why use Nunya at that moment, like, you can't say, like, 5 words, like, this roleplay is about this. Or something like that, really? I don't know, that was just, like, really annoying. Man, it is shocked. And then, like, I, of course, dropped the F-bomb, just because. He'd be a jerk and he deserved it, and he did not need to answer that way. Okay, he did not. But anyway, eventually, one of the teacher's aides come in, and I explain the situation to her. I say, okay, teacher, well, I asked Lorenzo's team a question about what the roleplay was about. And then he said, Nunya, like, none of your business. And then, like, I said the F-bomb. And then, of course, the teacher tried to mediate stuff out. She said that, like, what did she say? She said that it was a good question, and that, Lorenzo shouldn't have just said Nunya for just a genuine inquiry. Of course, then she telling me it's not okay to drop the F-bomb, I know that. So, yeah. I don't really remember where it goes from there, but at some point after that, Lorenzo says, because we have been talking for a while, right? Like, Lorenzo, the mediator, and I, like, we had a talk. And no, we didn't go outside. We were in our same seat, and everybody else was around us. And Lorenzo was sitting down, and I was standing up. Because, like, you don't project any, like, confidence when you sit down like that. So I was standing up so I could look at the teacher's aide and Lorenzo. And then at some point, after me and the mediator had been having a talk about how this isn't Lorenzo's first time saying Nunya, he said, look at how much he cares. After I'm done, he's still talking. Because, Lorenzo hadn't really talked in a while. So apparently, Lorenzo had just dropped it. He was done with the conversation. And of course, like, nothing happened. Like, okay, I get that he didn't really do anything wrong. I guess it's up to him. But he was still being rude. Like, come on, really? I don't know, maybe this doesn't actually matter. Or maybe I'm overreacting, but it sure doesn't feel that way, okay? And of course, the teacher says it's just dry humor. But you know what I think? I think that because Lorenzo is moving to Germany in a couple weeks, he doesn't give a shit anymore. He'll just do whatever he wants because, well, that's it. It doesn't matter. Like, he didn't move to a new school. And, like, it doesn't matter what he does here anymore, There aren't any real consequences anymore. He can do whatever. It's like Matt People's big move. Like, he can be as much of a jerk as he wants to be. So, yeah. That's what I think's happening. And I don't know why. Like, maybe I have been taking it too seriously, but, like, most of the time, I'm okay with his kind of humor, like, sarcasm is pretty funny, I think. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Right now, none of this is really funny to me, is it? No, it isn't. So yeah, I don't really think there's a way I can adequately explain what is really happening. But yeah. Maybe I'll try to record your angel saying something to me. Maybe I won't. But yeah. Nothing more to really say. I've tried to explain it. I kind of wish I did it earlier. When I could have had a better memory of the entire situation. But yeah. But here's the thing, like, so Wendigo didn't learn anything. He says I'm overreacting. Because like, he obviously doesn't care. But of course he doesn't care. He wins. He won. He got to do a minor insult at me. And he got no, like, he would not, like, nobody retaliated against him at all, like. He did to move on with his life. Because he's the antagonizer. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this episode of Putting Out the Trash. Come back next time for what I believe is episode 40. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.